What's up? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Sidekicks Pod. My name is Sean. I'm a professional dancer in New York City.
And my name is Megan. I am Sean's sister, and I am a current Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. And we are two siblings in the same industry, just wearing totally different shoes. Or not at all. I'm just kidding.
We release new episodes every Thursday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And then make sure to follow us on all socials at the Sidekicks Pod. All right, Megan, happy new week.
Woo! So exciting. New week, new opportunities, and most importantly, our side
New
quests
side
of the week.
quests.
Side quests.
We should have a beautiful song for it. Anyways, Megan,
Yeah,
you want to take it away?
Yes. Obviously, I'm in a new setup. I'm here at our childhood home. It's so crazy. I'm in Oceanside. I have been here
Lucky.
for a week. And so my side quest of the week, we went to the Padres game on Monday, and it was so fun. We got to go with our family friends, the Andersons, who we know and love, and then our parents. And then we stole your boyfriend, too. He came along. So that was super fun. Yeah, but it was so much fun hanging out with everyone and just like enjoying like a summer night. And then also, today is a very special day. It is the release of America's Sweetheart Season 3. And so I'm excited to watch that with everyone today. We are having a few people over. We're having a little watch party. So just excited to be home and watch it with some of our closest family and friends before all the chaos comes out.
So much FOMO.
I know. You need to be here. It's okay.
Well, I had a fun week too.
Yes, do tell.
Yes. So I work under the company of Madison Square Garden, and they had a raffle for Knicks tickets for one of their playoff games. And I was lucky enough to get chosen.
Stop.
So I got to see the Knicks play in New York City, which was very, very fun. And it was
That's so
before they won,
cool.
but they did win the championship.
Woohoo!
So go Knicks.
Go
It
Knicks.
was really, really great. I had so much fun. And now I guess I like basketball.
Love. Maybe I'll have to try out for a basketball team. Dance team, not the playing, obviously.
Yeah, I could play. No,
I'm just
absolutely
kidding.
not.
No.
Well, anyways, if you tuned in last week, you saw that we had a little bit of a peek behind my curtain. And for
Peek.
this week, we decided that it would be a fun opportunity to flip the roles and give Megan an interview. So, Megan, are you ready?
I'm
Ready or not,
scared.
here we come.
Okay.
Starting off with something simple and hopefully a little fun. What was your most embarrassing childhood memory?
Childhood memory. Most embarrassing. Okay. Let me think. I know exactly what it is. This is okay to share. Don't worry. So
I'm eager.
my most embarrassing childhood memory was when I was in the second grade, and it was our Christmas choir performance, and we were all singing Feliz Navidad.
As you do.
And this is like right before all the parents were coming in. And I was in the back, and I was like, feel very good. Like at all. Like I could throw up, but I'm just so shy. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm okay. Like I'm not going to do anything. At least I'm in the back. I'll power through. So then another teacher goes, Megan, come up. Come right here. She puts me in the front and center. And I'm like, I was like, this is not a good idea. Anyways, I'm like panicking. I'm like, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. So then we're all singing Feliz Navidad. I literally pause. I let out the most ginormous burp a second grader could ever produce from her body. And then I vomit everywhere. And I was so embarrassed. And anyways, it was right before the parents got in, so Dad was about to watch me. They're like, come on, Jim, your daughter just threw up. And so he took me and pulled me from the performance, went to the doctors. I had pneumonia. So
Pneumonia.
anyways,
Why do we always get pneumonia? I feel like we got pneumonia all the time as a kid.
We did. Anyways, but funny story is that going into third grade? Going into third grade. I can't speak. Going into third grade, we switched schools. And so everyone thought, like, as the memories all blurred together, everyone was like, yeah, you threw up and then I never saw you again. They thought I was so embarrassed that I switched schools.
You were banished. They're like, "We
Banished,
don't
like
want that girl. She can never sing in choir ever
I'm like
again."
I'm like, "I could never show my face again." I threw up in front of everyone. I did
Oh my
finish out
god.
2nd grade, but
That's very good.
anyways.
Well, going into a more positive light, what is maybe an interesting talent that you have that nobody knows about
Ready?
already?
Grade, 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 grade. I don't know. Not that, but I always would do that. That's, like, my fun baby trick that everyone I just do it
I
and
mean,
people are like,
I
"What?"
bet people didn't know that that one was gonna come out of you, but I feel like you have something better.
I feel like all my talents are just, like, weird. You
That's what
guys,
we like, Megan.
Sean and Danny always make me show them my eye trick, and I have 2 lazy eyes. So, growing up, I've had to wear an eye patch over my eye or the other eye to, like, train it, but to this day, if I cover my eyeball, it will drift east, west.
Can you
Same
please
with
come
this
close
one.
to the camera and give us
I
just a small
cannot.
You
I
can't?
can't.
But the audience
Okay.
now is so curious.
This is a YouTube special then. This is not for the pod because obviously our audio listeners cannot see the visual.
I can tell them how far.
Okay, here we go. I'll come over. Pause. Okay. This is as close as I'm gonna get. Okay, ready? Watch this. Did it drift? Oh god. I'm so embarrassed.
We don't have to include it if you don't like it, but I
No,
think I
it's
like
fine.
it.
I don't care. That could be a YouTube special. We are not making that a reel for sure, I'll tell you that. That is
Real
not on our
time, real
promo.
time.
I guess yeah, that could be a party trick or I don't know. I have just weird quirks.
Well, you are talented in many, many facets, Megan.
Oh, thank you.
Going into like more dance world, do you think that there's a dance move that you do that's a lot harder than most people realize?
That's a great question. I think a specific move, maybe I could pull one from college and then pull one from now NFL.
Sure.
Like college, we would have to do a lot of floor work in our hip hop routines. So a lot
Yes.
of like arm strength was required. Basically, yeah, in college, we had to do a lot of floor work. We also had to do these tricks called rubber bands.
I
And
knew.
basically, it's like a back handspring, but blind. And so you just have to like tuck your chin and fly back, hope to God your hands catch you. And those were very difficult, very mentally terrifying. I have a lot of videos of me and my friends just like failing at those. And anyways, it was very funny. But now I would say there's not a specific move that is very difficult in like DCC land, but I would just say the style is hard in the sense that you have to stay very lifted and very strong and very
Yeah.
powerful and graceful all at the same time. We did like this TikTok trend with one of the magazines on our Netflix tour last year, and we all described our like hardest move. And mine was from Baby I'm a Star, this one dance where you're like running to your spot and then you have to like turn to the front and the back and then turn the other way and like turn around. It's just like just doesn't make sense in the body. So it's like that
Yeah.
was a very difficult move, I'll say.
I feel like that's something that the DCC are really good at is like making moves look so natural and like the style so natural. But when in reality, it's such a hard thing to make your body look perfect in like a presentable, beautiful way while also doing like really hard things that require hips and twists and like,
Mhm.
that's crazy. I could never.
It's like model dancing. We're like posing every
Yeah,
picture.
no, that's you are. That is such a challenge in its own. And like hairography also is something
Mhm.
that you don't even think about getting the hair out of your face. I feel like we've talked about that before, but I
Yeah.
could never.
It's a lot, and
I could never.
especially my rookie my rookie season, I had very short, dark hair, and I sweat a lot, and so it would cling to my neck, cling to my forehead, and I'm like, "I do not look like a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. I look like a Dallas Cowboys mop. So, we're gonna need to figure something else out." And so then I ended up growing my hair out a little bit, and it was the best decision I could make.
Good, nice. Dance. Dance is
Dance,
a crazy, crazy thing. But going back
it
to
is.
college, when you originally went to San Diego State, you were there as a dance major. Talk
I
briefly about your
was.
experience.
Okay. So it was definitely a more modern based major. Like it
Hmm.
wasn't very commercial dance at all.
Yes.
And one of my teammates actually, we were on the San Diego State dance team and then we were also, getting to know what this dance major was like. And it was very unique. I think it just was not for us. But there is a funny story. One of my favorite stories that I love to tell is we were in this class called body modalities. There was some music
Whatever
majors in
that
there as
means.
well. I don't know what it means. You guys, I've literally fallen asleep in this class, and the teacher came up to me and was like, "That was beautiful." I was like, because we were in like a starfish laying on the floor, and I was like, and she was like, "Great work." I was like, "What did I just do?" Anyways, so this class was unique. We had all sorts of people in the class, and she goes, "We're gonna need you to take 3 breaths of air, and on the last one, on the third one, you're gonna release a vowel like a, e, I,
Ooh,
oh, yeah." So you know me, I'm not a
oh, I
singer.
know you.
Mm-mm.
Just
And
inquire. You threw up.
yep, there you go. I was like, "Okay, I got this. Like, let's just like, let's be serious, Megan. Come on." All the music majors start. They're like, "Ooh." I was like the first dance major to start going, and my voice cracks. I literally go, "Ooh," and then I start laughing, and I'm right across from the professor, and I see my best friend Caitlin standing right there laughing, and I go, "What am I?"
A
We're just trying
beautiful
to
ghost.
bring it out, and I literally put my hood over my head, and I'm crying, and she's just like she's hiding, and I literally got called out in front of everyone, like, "I cannot believe you laughed." Like, that was just ridiculous. I, like, sent her an email, I'm like, "So sorry, like, I didn't mean to do that."
And that
Anyways,
was the moment you knew it wasn't for
I was
you.
like, I don't think I could do this." I was like, it just didn't fee the training was just like everything that I worked
It
for,
wasn't
it
it.
seemed like the opposite. So, it just wasn't for me. But for a lot of people, it works, and that's great. But wasn't for me. I switched to communication, and then it's been the best thing for me.
Nice. Well, in
Yes.
college also though, like, you obviously you did the dance team, and that was where you put a
Yes.
majority of your time. What was maybe one of the biggest challenges being on the dance team while in college?
Dance team was so fun, but also so difficult. We practiced 4 to 5 times a week, and we'd also do workouts together, and we would have team workouts, like, every Wednesday, and I just remember I was like, "Oh, these are so hard." And,
I
like,
remember, didn't
some
you tell
girls
me
would
that
throw
you
up.
yeah, didn't you say
What?
that you had to, like, carry girls on your back upstairs or
Oh
something
my
like that?
gosh, yes. Yes,
That's
we had to
crazy.
find a friend that was, like, maybe our size, and we had to go down several flights of stairs. I don't even know how to explain it, but it literally looked like it went down to an abyss. You had to go all the way down the stairs and then bring them all the way back up on your back, and it was
I feel like
the
I could not
hardest
do
thing I've
that.
ever done, ever. My legs were literally like and
That's
then
pretty
we'd
crazy though.
also have to hold handstands for a minute long with our friend, and I remember it was like, if anyone dropped, we had to do it again. Anyone dropped. And I just
Oof.
remember I was literally like the last 10 seconds, I was started lowering and I literally was like 3, 2, 1. And I was like, "Doink," and I landed on my head. Workouts are hard, but yes, I would say the hardest part, the most challenging, it's always around that nationals time. We would practice. A lot of girls do 2 a days, a lot of teams do 2 a days, but we would do 3 a days. And it was like, if you were in both routines, like all for 20 days. We call them ADEDs, all day, every days.
Yes.
And you just 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. And so it was really, really mentally hard and challenging, but it really paid off. I had a concussion going into my 3rd season, and I've had some side effects as a result of that. And one of our routines, our jazz routines, we had this section of the routine where we had to land in the split, bring it around, we do a fish roll backwards, we do
Mm,
a worm onto our stomach, and then a head spring,
mm.
and I did it so many times that you have, like, crystals in your ears. I, like, knocked one of them out, so it's basically if you have, like, a glass of water and you're spinning it and then you stop, the water keeps spinning, that's what was going on in my brain.
Yuck.
So I just was like every day I would wake up and I was like literally felt like I was on Mars. I was like, "What?" I, like, cannot I was falling out of turns, I was super off balance, but for a moment there, I was about to be taken out of all the dances, and unfortunately, like, that would have been the year we had won nationals, so
Yeah,
that would have
dang. Well,
been
thank
horrible, but I was
goodness.
able to kind of yeah, I was able to kind of get it wrapped up and get it all together, so,
Oof.
so crazy, but even now, I feel like I'll get nervous and I, like, will get a little dizzy, so I really have to be very grounded anytime I perform.
Yeah. Well, that was definitely I feel like college definitely upped the ante from high school and got you physically stronger, mentally stronger, and that carried you beautifully into Dallas. What do you
Yes.
think surprised you most when you became a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader?
What surprised me most? Let's think. I think when girls audition, they're used to being super close with, like, their coaches and everything, and so
Mm,
I remember I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be best friends with Kelly and Judy." But, like, right away, I was like, "Oh my god, they're gonna know everything about me." But we have such a huge team, and we have
yeah,
so much going on, so I was, like, just expecting, like, to be besties with them. But, it's a professional industry now, so
yeah,
I feel like now we have, like, such a great relationship and stuff, but I was definitely like, "Oh my gosh, they're gonna know everything," but we just are so busy and so, like, just we always have something going on that it's just,
yeah,
like, strictly business, and then we're out of there. One thing that really surprised me after making DCC was our practice schedule. A lot of the times, especially my this was mostly my rookie season, if we had everything done, we can go home early. I was like, "What? We're not practicing till 11 PM every night?" And so a lot of the times we'd have to know choreography and come to practice and you just basically perform it. So it's more like, okay, let's just see how you know it. And so we can like put you in your formations and keep on moving and grooving. We just expect everyone to know their stuff. And then the more you are prepared, then you can go home. So it was like, oh, okay. I thought we'd be doing this like over and over and over. It's like very on you, very professional, high level. I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah. That's the
So that
world,
was really
baby.
surprising.
Yeah.
Very surprising.
Well, with that schedule, obviously you're working. We've already talked about this. You're working a lot, both outside of DCC and in DCC. What is one thing that you do to recharge when you're feeling overwhelmed?
That's a great question. It can be very overwhelming when you're constantly giving yourself to everyone else. Like you're giving yourself to work because you have to pay the bills. And then again, you go to practice and then give your all to the team. So for me, anytime that I could do a workout class and just like shut my phone off and my brain off and have someone else tell me what I need to do and just like mindful movement.
Yeah, like a perfect day off for you. You would wake up, you would go on a walk,
Yes.
you would take a class, hang out with your friends.
Exactly, like, literally my perfect day in general. Wake up, do, like, a workout class, and feel great. I already have a tan on. I go get a coffee, do a little walk, and then later that night, we would, like, get a girl dinner. That would just be, like, the best day. So, I
Girl
did that last Friday.
dinner.
Girl
Perfect. So
dinner.
you're
I
you're
know.
right you're right there. I
Best day ever.
Well, with the show coming out, I feel like a lot of people have seen like a good amount of life behind the DCC curtain. What is
Mhm.
something that fans think happens that actually doesn't?
What do fans think? I think there's a lot it's very situational, this question. It depends on maybe what episode, what season we're talking about. There's a lot of editing that goes on, and sometimes fans will take what one person allegedly says and they'll run with it and they'll kind of create a narrative in their head.
Mm,
So that's the only thing that can be a little tricky with the show. I remember last season, in my personal experience, they had come over to the house and they asked me 5 questions why I wasn't at property turn in, if it was hard to decide if I was going to come back for a fifth season, and then if I was excited about the pay raise and if I was excited, about the year. So, sorry, that's 4 questions. And so I wasn't at property turn in because I was scheduled to teach this master class that I had already committed to prior. So I was saying I was at home teaching a master class, and then they asked me if it was tough to come back. And I was like, of course it was tough. Like, I didn't know if I was going to do this again. And it was very difficult and last year was hard. And then they asked me, I was like, of course I'm excited for the pay raise. It's like, I think it'll be a positive thing we can look forward to. And then of course, like, yes, going into my fifth season, I can't wait to come back. I'll dance with all my friends. They spliced it up. So basically they were like, why were you at property turn-in?" Or like, "Where were you?" And I was like, "I was at home, cut. I didn't know if I was gonna come back again, cut. But now that we have a pay raise, cut. I'm excited to come back for my 5th season." I was mortified because it made me look like, "Oh, I don't care about anything but money." So I was like, "This is not what I said," and I was really frustrated, but you can tell because it's not coming out of my mouth. It's just like clips, 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 clips
Yeah.
over like with a voice overlay. So things can get very easily misconstrued, but I feel like they obviously do a really good job of telling some stories and getting to know some of the girls and painting a beautiful picture of like what it's like to be on the team. I don't know if that
Yeah.
answered your question. Is
No,
there
that
anything
answers the
else you want to
question.
know?
No, that's enough. Well, kind of piggybacking off that, I feel like there is a lot of you have so many fans and so many people that really like love and adore you girls, and then also you have people that just are little tiny evil trolls. But what do you think motivates you more? Proving those little trolls wrong or making yourself proud?
That's a very great question, Sean.
Thank you.
Solid.
I'm good at this.
I would say going into my 3rd and 4th season, it's a usually tough time already in your
Mhm.
3rd and 4th season because a lot of people are coming into leadership and some people are not. And
Mm.
it's like this is where the team starts to separate. It's not just like we're rookies together, we're in the rookie class, we're on the same
You start
level.
to see a little bit of
People's
polarization.
yes. So that can be a tough place to navigate in general. And I know that I was very much coming into my own that time. I was the only 3rd year as a leader, so I felt like I just had so much to prove. I also
Yeah.
was like, it's hard with your friends too. Like you get specific opportunities, but you don't want to be like, "Hey, I'm going to South Korea." And I think I kept to myself a lot
Mm.
during that time. But then you add people saying like, "Oh, I cannot like she's such a terrible leader." I think like that's what hurts the most is
Mm.
like when people I feel like come for my character a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't care if you think I make weird faces or do weird things when I dance or like look like I'm punching the air. Uh, I've already proven myself and I think I know where I stand dance wise, but yeah, I think when you're trying to navigate a bunch of things behind the scenes and people who don't know you think that you're not as strong as the other girls or you're not a good leader, I think it definitely made me laugh because that was my first reaction. I would be like, "Oh, okay. Haha, you do not know me. Like, I'll show you what a good leader is. I'll bring the fire." So I think it always motivates me and makes me want to be better. But I know myself now more than
Mhm.
ever, and I have my people, like, I have my family, I have you guys and everyone that I don't need to prove anything anymore. I think I've done that in the last 5 seasons,
Yes.
and I think all the extra noise sometimes is just it's just funny.
Yeah.
So,
It's a
yeah,
great answer.
it could be tough. I'm not gonna just sugarcoat it and say I'm indestructible, but
Yeah.
I think when you have a good circle around you and people who really wanna lift you up, then you can kind of just dust it off a little bit better.
So being on the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders is already physically demanding and emotionally demanding. How do you deal with now on top of that having millions of people looking at you under a fine tooth comb and just all that comes with that?
That's a great question.
Full of them, Megan.
Thank you. I need to stop saying that because you just keep giving me good questions. It's really tough, mentally already because as dancers, we're perfectionists and we already expect such a high performance level and like within ourselves. And we also want to, make sure we make Kelly and Judy proud. And so we already have that already against us a little bit. And then, you have the added pressure of now other people's opinions. And at the end of the day, they are opinions. They are not facts. So everyone has a subjective view of you. So really keeping yourself grounded in that fact that these people don't know who you are and you have your friends around you who know and love you is kind of what keeps us all going. I will say, there can be a lot of negativity. And I'm someone who I feel like we were raised to be kind and to always be there for our friends. And I think there's a great way to, still be kind to others. But at the end of the day, if someone's rude or unkind to one of my friends, I'm going to say something, and I'm not going to let someone walk all over my friend or have negative comments to say about them because I see what goes on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So I I feel like even now you're starting to see it as well because,
Oh
we
my
did a
gosh.
video and people are commenting and you're like,
No, I'm like, what are you saying? Like, why do you say this? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's a great video. You were dancing and it was perfect. And obviously, people will just like say their opinions. Of, like, I wish she did this. I wish something like that. And I don't really care about that. But I just hate when they're like, you're not that good. You look like my foot. I'm like, why do you have to say that? For
see
who? You have
again,
3
it,
followers and this is stupid. Why would you do this?
again, even hearing it, I don't know, it just makes me laugh. I'm like,
Made me
okay.
laugh a little bit, but I'm like,
But it makes yeah, yeah. So, I always try to just like I'm not gonna if you see something, say something. Like, I'm not gonna let these people just walk all over. So I always try and stand up for my friends because I would want the same. And even with everything going on right now with Carly, I am standing up for her. Like we have had so many conversations and what happened. I mean, I'm not gonna speak on it. I still don't even know what happened. Like all of us are still really hurt, really confused, and just really, really heartbroken and sad. But behind closed doors, we are standing with our friend. And right here, right now, like, I don't agree with what happened. And I am just as confused as anyone else. But it's just been really sad to kind of witness what's been going on. But also, it's been really positive in a sense to know that the DCC community has been backing up her and they have her back and people have been rallying for her. She's just such an amazing teammate, an amazing person, an amazing dancer. And, at the end of the day, we're all really confused and really hurt, but it's really great to see the support that she's had because she deserves it. She's just been such a great person. She was my second leader. She was like my ride or die, my person that was always there for me.
yeah,
And so, yeah, I'm just as sad, hurt, confused for her because I think she deserved the world. And so
yeah.
it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
so
No, going back to the fans, it's like, yeah, they can take you down a little bit, but also they can rally behind you and lift you up because they are very passionate, period. Fans are passionate.
for
And
sure,
so it can be great to have them on your side.
for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well,
Anyways, pivoting.
pivoting, let's get some rapid fire questions, shall we? You ready to pew 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 pew? All
Is
right,
that
Megan.
inappropriate? Sorry.
No, it's perfectly appropriate. And going off of
Okay.
it, Megan, you have lots of vocal stems. What's your favorite vocal stem right now?
Oh my gosh. I just watched the Michael Jackson movie, See That Girl. Or what's my other one? Oh, one of my favorites is Okay, Let's Go.
Yes, you do love that.
I do love that one.
Do you have like a favorite obscure meme right now?
Oh my gosh, I did a video when we were on the USO tour of all of us doing memes and it blew up. Every day I get about 25 comments on that video. We've
Oh
reached
my God.
all
The
of
world.
the world. I'm like, what is going on? Let's see, my favorite meme, maybe like I feel like I have to think of the ones that I use. I kind of like the Shrek one. He's like, I
Yeah,
don't know. Or like, I don't even know if I'm doing it right. Yeah.
no, you did. I know the exact same one. If you were to do anything to make me laugh, like what would be like your go-to?
Besides making my eyeballs go right or left, that
Yes.
always makes me laugh. Like this is so embarrassing, but if like I could play a fart noise and you would laugh,
Play a
and I
fart
would too.
noise. Well, you can't fail with a fart.
No,
If you were stranded on an island, who would you want to be stranded with?
okay. I honestly feel like you'd be a good person to be stranded with because
Correct answer.
you're very like handy.
I am a handyman.
Anything I always call Sean to fix. I'm like building my beds and dressers. I was like FaceTiming him and he was like, make sure you're like doing this. And then I was like realizing I was doing something wrong. But Sean can like make a fort out of like anything. Sean can just like build a like literally everything. He can just
I
like look
just
at
love.
something and build. Oh, we'd also go camping and he'd make all these perfectly stacked fire pits. Like they look like a literal architect manually
Well,
put that there.
I'll be stuck with you, Megan. Let's get ready.
Okay.
If I had to survive in your world for 1 week, what would be the hardest for me?
I would say what would be the hardest?
What would be the hardest for me?
Maybe if we did tags because they're all very similar. And I feel like you would get confused, like, "What the heck is this
I'm
one? I
already
thought it was this
confused.
one." Yeah. I think I taught you one when you came and visited too, and it was like,
Oh,
"What is
yes.
this?"
I
Yeah.
love learning dances from you. What about favorite game day snack?
Ooh, favorite game day snack. What do I always do? What do I Oh, I know. I kind of have, like, a superstitious thing, but I always have a Dr. Pepper on a game day.
Oh my god, I love a Dr. Pepper. Diet or
I
normal?
l Normal,
Okay. Good.
normal. Give me
Yes.
the
You
sugar.
get the sugar. You need it. Love. Well, going forward, what are you most excited for about this next chapter of your life?
Uh, I think the potential possibilities, like the new opportunities, I think I'm ready to kind of spread my wings a little bit. I definitely would love to still dance and, still do this. This is so fun. I think I am just ready for whatever opportunities come my way. I don't even know. This is just, I'm also thinking I'm toying with the idea of potentially moving to New York. So we shall see how that happens and how
Eee!
that goes, but
Come on
I
out, girl.
I think I just need something new and something, like a new environment. I love what I've been doing the last 5 seasons and 5 years, but I like to kinda switch it up every few years, and so I think maybe trying a new location would be something that would be really exciting and, open some new doors for me, maybe.
I love
I don't
that.
know.
Last little bit. What do you hope people remember about you from your time on the team?
I think I would love to be remembered as someone who led with kindness, someone who was positive, and someone who truly fought for my teammates. And when I tell my friends and my teammates that I've got their back, like I want them to genuinely know that my actions reflect my words and that I'm just someone who they can come to, judgment-free zone, and who just led with her heart. At the end of the day, I love what I do. I love dancing and I love supporting people who love the same thing and are so talented and great people. They make my job as a leader easy. I just I hope that I left a legacy that will continue to keep growing after I leave the team.
That's a great answer.
Thanks.
Well, thank you for that response. When I was
Thanks.
coming up with questions to ask you, I was like thinking about what people want to know. And if someone like came up to me on the street and was like, tell me about Megan, I would feel like I would like say basically the same thing. I feel like you lead with your heart. You're very passionate about what you care about and the people that are around you. And I feel like anyone that is lucky enough to be in your close circle feels that passion. They feel that support. I feel like not everyone gets to see the you that's not on the TV or not on the Instagram or the social media or anything, but it's like I wish everyone could see it, and I hope that they will get to see more of it now that you're being a lot more on socials and stuff. But I would say that you're so funny. You are so hardworking. You are so determined. Like, would you set your mind to something? There's nothing that's going to separate you from that goal. And I've seen that throughout every stage of your life. So I just can't wait to see what you set your eyes on next.
Thank you. That was so kind. I'm really excited. But
Yeah.
no, this was such a fun little interview. Obviously, it was great interviewing you last week. So it's different being in the hot seat this
Yeah.
time.
The hot seat.
But very appreciative of all the questions. And I'm glad our audience will get to know a little bit more about who I am. And hopefully, they'll see more in our new season.
Yes, if you haven't watched season 1, 2, get ready for season 3. You don't need to watch the first 2 to watch it now. It just released literally, well, today,
Today
the
in
16th
our time.
in our time, but hopefully you guys have already watched it or this is your cue to hop on Netflix and start watching it because Megan, it's supposed to be really good.
I've seen a little. It's kind of crazy. So I've seen a
Oh,
few episodes, but I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to catch up with the rest of the world.
oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it'll be good. I'm so, so, so excited to binge it literally when I get home from work tonight.
Yay.
All right. Well, it's been real. It's been fun, Megan.
It's been so fun.
Let's send them
Well,
off.
okay. Well, New episodes come out every Thursday. You know where to find us: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. And we'll see you next week. We'll see you in a few days, actually. We'll see
See
you in
you in a
2.
few days. All right.
Peace.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.